Hey everybody, we'd like to welcome you to Illusion and the Deer Society headquarters. We've been getting a lot of requests and a lot of questions about what's it like to be in the industry? You know, what do you guys do? How do I get into the industry? And so what we decided to do was start a vlog. And we're gonna show you in detail what we're doing from day to day. There's lots of work, there's lots of stress, there's lots of fun, and there's actually some hunting involved too. So here we go. I'm gonna introduce you to Chris, my oldest son. Chris runs all the operations, does everything with product development and everything like that. And then we got JJ over here, my youngest son, and JJ runs all the Deer Society, the marketing, and we're all involved with creativity. Many years ago, you know, I had a regular job just like everybody else, and I had this kind of fantasy on, you know, hey, I just love to be in the hunting industry, just like a lot of people do. And the only difference is I decided I was going to make it the real deal. So we can kind of walk you through the progress about where we started. I mean, I remember when these guys were in grade school helping me. We started out in waterfowl, and they were helping me put goose calls together. So it all started from a goose hunting outfitter, calling competitions, making calls together, and it's turned into all of this. So let's get a look at what we got going on. Chris, why don't you show us some of the facility here and show us your favorite room?
Yeah, so this is a rather new facility. We moved in here about 1 year ago. I think actually June of last year, so it's been exactly a year. This one was actually designed and effort by my brother. He's got 3 young ones that basically keep him tied up. He can't get to the gym like I always like to, and it's kind of turned into my play space, I think, a little more so. I still tend to be the one that gets in here, but this is our little workout room, so we got stuff to, you know, in case, especially when it's busy and it's the hunting season and, you know, work's just crazy. Sometimes you can't get off to the gym and do what you need to do, but we got enough stuff here to keep you active and keep you fit.
Yeah, and just looking at the opposites here, I think one more thing I want to touch on is not only are we going to take you behind the scenes on what we do with product development, office work, in the studio for hunt breakdowns, kind of what that looks like behind the scenes, podcasts. We're also going to be going outside quite a bit too, so habitat work, you know, just behind the scenes deer hunting strategy. And kind of a big bonus that I look forward to bringing you guys along for is, you know, hopefully there's some big bucks down this fall. We'll give you a live look when they're down. And yeah, just a lot of stuff we're going to share. But today will be all about inside, office, studio, warehouse, and we'll keep on going.
So as you can see, this is the wall of fame here. These are our local bucks over on this side. And this is all the Hall of Fame bucks over here on the other side. And there are actually a couple of local bucks that did make the Hall of Fame over here on that side. But this is our conference room. Our conference room is a place where there's a lot of work being done. I mean, honestly, you know, when it comes to strategy, when it comes to meetings, when it comes to product development, all those types of things are happening right here in this room. You know, it's really a top secret room, to be honest with you. You know, the doors bolt and they lock, you know, there's sirens, there's warnings if somebody's coming close. So, you know, we make sure there's a lot of secrecy in what we do.
Yeah, a lot of strategy, and then we like to hook up to the big TV and watch some of our newest productions, whether that's the hunt breakdowns, the infomercials, and just kind of review it all, take notes as a group, and then you guys are the ones that see it next. So yeah, conference room, big addition this year. And another note is we do have the Almond production crew just on the other side here, so they kind of got their own secretive operations, their own conference room, offices, editing suites, studios, and it's been a great collaboration. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on here. We'll just keep on going down the tour. Next office here is mine. Got a couple of the core bucks that you may have seen on some hunt breakdowns. So, and we'll break down a lot of the bucks and maybe have a little big buck blog coming up here. But Andre the Giant has space in the office. Beamer, he's a big one that you may have seen on YouTube, quite a few views. And then Curly up here, also one of the bigger bucks, actually the biggest buck I've ever shot. So like to keep them in here for inspiration, and it's just kind of cool to see them while we're doing day-to-day work and meetings in here as well. And yeah, it's just a nice little cozy office space, feels like home, and it makes just work a lot more comfortable and enjoyable having them in the office.
And this is our new video room that we are so proud of, and we are so excited to have this space. It's just a beautiful place. nice high ceilings. We got acoustical sound, beautiful backdrops. It's just, we come in here and we do all of our work inside, and it's just it's kind of a, I don't know, a testament to what we've really accomplished.
Yeah, a couple things about the studio here too is it's all triple sheetrock walls, so soundproof from all that outside noise of editing and work and warehouse. Trying to keep it nice and quiet in here. Podcast studio is kind of the main backdrop, which we also use for all of our hunt breakdowns too, if you've seen some of those. So that's kind of the main section, but a lot of flexibility with acoustic foam on the wall, up in the corners, nice carpeting system, and we can move around, do green screen, product photos, just a lot that we can do in here because it is a large, tall space, and that's the reason we designed it for that. So Deer Society Studio, definitely a staple of what we have going on here at the warehouse.
This is how my office has turned out. This is where all the madness happens. Literally 2 weeks ago, this desk was completely cleaned off, believe it or not. This is all accumulated over 2 weeks. A lot of different paperwork going on right now. Getting different vendor agreements and things figured out. Had a lot of corporate changes here in the last, I'd say, month. So it's requiring a lot of paperwork on my end. It's also, key build up to the production season. So all this here is different actual samples and stuff from different suppliers and vendors where I'm ordering boxes, case packs. And right now I'm going through and executing a lot of those POs. So these samples all have different item numbers and reference numbers for me to submit those orders and get quotes and get samples approved. So that's what's all building up in here.
And what we do, just coming in off winter months, we were doing a lot of inside shooting, indoor shooting with the morel targets, 10-point crossbows and prime, shooting a lot of arrows and bolts carefully through the warehouse. We will be moving this outside, having some competitions out there. So that'll be a little contest we'll have outside. We're going to extend it out, some long range shooting, and have some fun out there too. So we got some of our equipment from some of our sponsors, and we just like to have fun and also stay sharp for fall months. So Almond production crew is on this side. They got their own offices. They keep it nice and clean and tidy over here. And I don't know if anybody's working. We could kind of peek in and see, but maybe we'll surprise somebody. We're good. Who's this guy? What's going on? Connor handles a lot of social media stuff here at Deer Society, part of the Almond crew, and a big part of what we do. So jumping in on him.
Also, Morgan Wallen lookalike.
Morgan Wallen impersonator.
Keeps us young, cool, and helps us stay up with all the fashion trends.
Yeah, and Connor's doing it right. He was obsessed with waterfowl, kind of like the founder of Illusion and the Deer Society, and now we kind of got him going in the right direction with whitetail. So
We'll let you get back to work.
Adam, he makes it happen. He makes it happen for real. Now, you walk into this room and it's like 20 degrees warmer in here because of all the power of the equipment that he's running in here. We got a server room that's pretty big too. But yeah, he makes us look good. Does all the touch-ups. JJ's got a little pimple there from his puberty, but that's a running joke.
Hard at it.
And over here we got Andrew. We call him the bone collector. Just look around, you understand why. He likes to just collect sheds and all kinds of games, whether it's antlers or just creatures. He's collecting them, but big part of the post-production here at Almond as well, and works daily, hourly. Actually, we just pulled him out of Adam's office when he walked down the hall. So a big part of what we do and a big part of Almond in here too. So bone collector, keep at it.
He's off
There you go.
He's off today.
Yeah, I don't think Bryan.
Both Bryans.
Yeah, he doesn't show up that often. I mean,
So both Bryans, whether it's the Illusion Bryan out of the office, Bryan Lemke. Well, I guess you're behind the camera, but here's his office. See if we can trigger the lights. He's got all the big bucks in here. So, and he should be adding 2 more when they get done to the taxidermist.
he doesn't hunt moose. You see all that stuff on the windowsill? These guys at Almond are phenomenal. I mean, the awards that they win for their production is incredible. What are some of the big outside of the the Golden Moose awards and The film festival is at Badlands Film Festival.
Film Festival.
Won that the first time, entered it, and just, I mean, I'm telling you, the content and the production quality is very special, and we really appreciate everybody watching it. I think online we're at, on the average, over 80 million minutes of video view online that's being watched every year, and it just keeps going up. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so Bryan, I get to speak while he's behind the camera, directing a lot of the stuff for Almond, so assisting with a lot of the direction, also on the deer side, the illusion side. But yeah, he's behind the lens quite a bit, which, and also in some of the big buck breakdowns and content too. So
yeah, he's starting to shoot some big bucks, and I know the drone thing. Man, he's the master drone flyer too.
So Bryan, good job. Do fist pump in front of the lens.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
You know, on a serious note, these guys are honestly, they're the best in the industry. There's just no question about it. And, you know, we were in a position where we were making a change with the company for a while and deciding to go heavy deer society with content. And they had just out of the blue contacted us. And it's just been a great match, you know, it's just been a great match. And we're really fortunate to have them. And we really appreciate everything they do. And they do it special.
It's crazy to think about that first meeting that we had there at the original illusion shop.
The
Never
original
forget
illusion shop, that's right.
In your office there.
Yeah.
And
And just so people understand, we started out in the basement. Well, originally in the garage at an old house, but then we built this new house, and I did a pre-stressed concrete 3-car garage floor, and underneath, that's where illusion went from an idea to a nationally distributed and branded product, which we lead our categories, you know, in that communication deer call area. This is the beginning of the warehousing area. Basically, this is Overflow for a different brand that we just picked up, to be honest with you, Skull Masters, and we're going to be doing a lot of improvements with that product and some stuff there. But we have a nice little work area here. So like if we need to do some things, like these are blinds that are going to be getting built and stuff like that. So it's nice to have this little space. And as soon as I upgrade my golf simulator, I think there's going to be a spot for that right over here too. So
There's an equipment room that got a nice touch up by the Almond guys. Nice clean black look inside with some bright lights. And it just provides for some good looks. So whether that's some shoots for some bows, companies and products, it's really cool. There's also kind of that battery setup and charging station. So when the season rolls around, everybody can kind of come in here, grab what they need, head out and get the job done.
Yeah, so here's our main warehouse area facility. I mean, we have a good chunk of warehouse back here. We have like a lot of Overflow on the new brand, some of the home decor items over here, but here's kind of your main signature illusion products that you guys would think of. Deer calls, black rack components all through here, packaging. And it just organizes a little bit. We go all the way into like phase products, into our new food plot systems. And then on the other side is that, you know, that newer brand, those Skull Masters that we picked up. And then, so that's mainly the skull ones, those taxidermy, plastic molded, you know, ready to do European skull mounts. So we think that's going to be a great addition to this brand line. And, you know, it takes up a lot more volume to those, you know, as you got to learn throughout the process, different products, different sizes. I mean, just different volumes and things you have to consider, you know, when the volumes get up there, if it takes up a lot of room, well, it takes up a lot of warehouse space. That's a lot of cost, and that's a lot of logistics and maneuvering to figure it out. Of the warehouse and stuff into context. So like this is a pallet, like a standard size pallet of deer calls, and as you can see, it fits, you know, 1,440 on that versus the same size of those skulls, which is a newer product to us. I fit 180 on that. So the same size, I can sell 180 units, or I got almost 1,500 units. Square footage we had to keep open for multiple different reasons. It kind of serves a few different functions. We have different workstations for a bunch of the different employees here. Right now, the key thing is we're always making deer calls. That's our bread and butter. That's our number one thing. It's our most assembly labor intensive item too. We still hand assemble all the calls here before they go out and get packaged and ready for resale. So we have multiple people set up in their stations, assembling calls. But then what this area also allows us to do is we do some other, various levels of simple packaging, putting black racks together in simple packaging, kitting up bags of seed and bottles of fertilizer into kits, those sort of things. We do that here. So this allows us to basically set up, little mini assembly lines with tables, bring in the products and components, go through the assembly processes. And then also too, when big orders come in, for Walmart and Tractor Supplies, some big POs go out. Well, it requires a lot of room of a lot of different pallets getting assembled, labeled, and that also allows us to go through, big, huge logistical distribution, basically readying orders and getting everything prepped to go onto trucks and get out here. And here's our front of the office areas here. This is, we have Nicole here. She's been with us for quite a while now. She's a very important piece to our whole process here on the front side. She's dealing with a lot of the customer service stuff, a lot of the orders and stuff and the fulfillment. So, if you're ordering off our websites, if you're having an issue with things, it's all going to funnel through her. She's going to be the one that's making sure your order's getting packaged up there and shipped out in a timely manner. So she's a key part here, and, she's important to you having what you want to get. And then Danny, he was on the warehouse. He's kind of our head guy in here, coordinating all the different, just all the logistics and stuff of the trucks coming in, getting the employees set up for production for the day. So he's the one kind of heading out all the daily, day-to-day operations of all that going on here. And this is his little office. So this is kind of our little front of the warehouse, head office. And then, they got a pretty nice break room here. So all the employees, have everything they need to have a little break room.
Turkey strutting.
There's actually a blind out there, and we put a trail camera out. We got a blind out there, and we actually test food plots out there too, believe it or not. Some different things going on. So there's some study research going on, but very crazy thing happened this last year, and we're going through our reveal pictures on our app, and I look at it, it's like, wow, that's a pretty small doe. And then we started flipping through, and JJ texted me right away. He goes, "It's a mountain lion." And it was, honestly, it was a mountain lion walked right in front of that blind. That's no joke. And it was a pretty big one. So that was kind of the talk of the whole area.
A drop ship program, Amazon, whatnot. We fulfill all these orders right here. So those big products in bulk up on the pallets, we just kind of organize some small pack stuff, have a long desk, and ship the orders out right here, which then goes next door to our receiving section of the warehouse too. So as you can see, some of the core items with the extinguisher, black rack, falling systems. Over on that side, some of those new Skull products. You'll be seeing a lot of revamp going on here with some new branding over the next few months. With the Skull systems, doing a lot coming up with the food plot systems. We sell seed, fertilizer, all-in-one systems. But yeah, again, the core of what we do is the deer call. We got a new black rack silencer for the black rack coming out, an extinguisher 2.0, which is the newest version. We're releasing this fall of the extinguisher, so keep an eye out for that. It's a great sounding call, fantastic. And the phase scent control products. So that's a scent control category we have from all the body washes, shampoos, conditioners, lotions, the field foam, something we are well known for, and a product that works really well out in the field for controlling that odor, really keeping you undetected out in the field when you're hunting. And a couple other, we sell that like as a 5-pack system, so an all-in-one system. Then we also have a product for absorbing odor and moisture too, called the odor sponge. So just a lot of stuff here, but this is the small pick and pack section where all the orders go out. Along with, you'll see some new Deer Society apparel and Illusion apparel hit the line this fall. But right now we do have quite a few of the Deer Society branded hats as well. So this is that area where all the orders get kind of processed, go out through the receiving location next door, and we can head on right over there.
Our separate cold storage, we call it sort of receiving area. This is, once we get, the big bulk of shipments for Walmart, they'll all come staged in here, ready for trucks. Our daily pick and pack can come through the smaller door, through these times, and they get palletized here. UPS comes twice a day for drop-offs and then pickups in the afternoon. As you can see, we got some overflow storage right there. That's all raw black racks, and that's not even all that we need for the year so far. So that's just all raw black racks. And again, kind of back at that thinking of it, you know, what it takes up for overhead and stuff like that. Each one of those pallets turns into about 2.5 to 3 pallets of, you know, assembled package ready to sale parts. So you got to think that you got the raw materials and then what that turns into. So you know 2.5x that, and then that takes up that much more warehouse facility.
Yeah, and when it is peak season, and right now it's early June, but when it's peak season and these big orders are just starting to roll in with the big vendors, the big box stores, this place is just going to be filled up with stuff, and trucks come in daily and they're picking stuff up, you know, whether it's Walmart, Amazon, Tractor Supply, Shields. I mean, I could go on and on with the great partners that we have in retail. Yeah, it's a pretty cool deal. Oh, I forgot to mention basketball Cabela's this year. Another big one. Yeah, we're really excited about that one. What else? Throw a couple more out there, Chris.
Bass Pro Cabela's, a little bit of Fleet Farm.
Yeah,
So we got some more of those regional ones. Tractor Supply, Walmart, Dunham's, Rural Kings, Shields been a great partner for us for a long time. Runnings.
There's more. And hey, wherever you shop, if you can't find it, you just go talk to them. Say, hey, you need to carry this. And they'll look into it, and there's a really good chance the buyer will pick it up. Well, that's about it for the facility. You know, this is just an introduction like we talked about, and we're looking forward to showing you exactly what we do day to day. Like JJ said, it's going to be hunting, it's going to be land management, it's going to be fun, it's going to be work, it's going to be stress, and but it won't be American Chopper with things flying around, I can tell you that. Well, I hope you enjoyed our little tour here of the facility at Deer Society and Illusion. And, you know, hopefully we've given you an inside look of what we're doing from day to day. And if there's anything that interests you about what you want to see, whether it's bucks or work or product design or whatever it is that might help you in your own desire to create a business or even improve your hunting, hey, let us know.